Hello, traders and friends. Um, be sure and if you like this video, like me on the YouTube channel, and if you can, just leave any comments you possibly can at the bottom of the video there, and your ideas and I like getting all the feedback that I can on my videos, and I really appreciate it if you could do that. Okay. At any rate, some things I'm looking at. One major theme that I mentioned in my wiki video that I thought that the retail sector, I thought most of the bad news was priced in because of all the horrible news out of Kohl's and Sears Holdings and what was the other one, Macy's, and what we saw today on above average volume was a somewhat breakout. We defended this 200-day moving average on retail, and now we're going to be testing, tomorrow morning we'll be opening up, testing this downtrending trend line. So if you're bullish on the markets, this is something to really keep on your radar here, okay? Another major theme that happened today was a breakdown in crude. It's hard to say. It was right at average volume. When you have a breakdown, you do like to get above average volume, but the day's volume was light anyway. But relative to the S&P, it was higher than normal volume. But just keep this one on your radar. We did get a breakdown, and crude inventories, some of them come out tonight, I think, and then the rest of them come out tomorrow in the morning. And that's the only news on the calendar. And in the absence of news, that might tend to be a little more bullish for the markets. XLE, your energy sector, I mentioned yesterday it was definitely going to come down to this uptrending trend line, and that's where we closed at today. And I still think there's a good chance we're going to fill the gap. So all my short positions are still on. So I'm thinking continuation of weakness in crude. So I could be wrong, but that's the theme I'm going with. Another theme I'm talking about is we had the banks coming out Friday, okay? And they have gone up tremendously. And we are still not broken out this descending trend line on interest rates. So just keep that in mind. Guidance is going to be key. And, the CEOs could be coming out, talking up bonds, and this TNX could take off. It's hard to say what's going to happen. Then again, they might come in with more conservative guidance, which that's kind of the recent CEO guidance and everything. They tend to go on the cautious side, and if that's the case, we're probably going to come back down off this trend line. And if you go, this is the updated version. That chart was from over the weekend. But you kind of have a little bear flag developing here on this TNX. So just keep that in mind, and your MACD is pointing for lower, and it's not even trying to cross back over. So just keep that in mind. Bonds are going to be very critical in relation to the earnings. And something we really need to keep a close eye on are our regional banks. The green line is a 250-day moving average, and we are considerably above that. We're considerably above the 50-day moving average too. So just keep that in mind. Typically, when you get that far advanced above the 50 SMA, the stocks tend to be priced to perfection. And if that's the case, when we have our earnings coming out Friday, we're going to see weakness in our regional banks, which is also going to be reflected in IWM, the small caps. Okay? So that's very important to keep that in mind. Now, on the flip side of retail, yes, retail looks like it could be getting a bid here. But what concerns me, Amazon, the stochastics, is up above 90 again on the daily. So it's a little concerning if enough money is going to come in here to get Amazon to break higher and fill this gap. So that's just, and Amazon's one of the major holdings in XRT. Now on the flip side, stocks like Best Buy kind of look like they're about to catch a bid. Apple's another holding in XRT that seems to be putting in a top here. Another theme that was happening today, the Industrial Materials Index was catching one heck of a bid today. And China came out overnight talking about inflation in their materials cost for industrial purposes. And it has a lot to do with the lower yuan, but there's also the consensus that there might be a little bit higher demand than what people realize, driving these companies up. A couple scans that I use, I look for the bullish and the bearish for the parabolic SAR crossovers, and I try to do that in the morning and in the afternoon. And in the last 3 hours of trading today, what really surprising, Goldman Sachs turned positive after getting a horrible downgrade from Citi today. So that kind of shocked me a little bit on that one. Apache is turning negative, or well, no, it's turning bullish here, and that was kind of surprising too, with oil being as weak as it was. So that's another one. Now on the bearish side, you notice we got a lot more. We got about twice as many parabolic SAR crosses. So just keep that in mind. We got BABA, Walmart, Nike. So, you know, you're starting to see these retailers getting negative crosses at the end of the or later in the afternoon. That move up in retail might be short-lived. So just keep that one on your watch. That Monsanto in the healthcare space, you got Anthem was catching a bullish take too. So, but at any rate, these are some really good scans to use to see if you can jump in first day of a momentum change. And but BABA, you know, it was really bullish this morning. It came on my scans to the upside this morning, but this afternoon it came to the downside scans. So, but at any rate, be sure and give me your opinions and stuff below the video if you can. And follow me on Twitter if you get a chance, okay? At any rate, if you want to get in touch with me, just leave me a message at the bottom of the video. Thanks a lot.